Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube. It's your girl Alex, and today I'm going to be talking about my baby shower. I am going to give you guys the inside scoop, how I got the venue, how I saved money, and just giving you guys the tea, okay? And I made a whole vlog on my previous video just basically about the baby shower, just so that you guys can tag along with me, but I'm going to give a very thorough review. So if you guys are interested in hearing about the venue and hearing about ways to find venue, then stay tuned. So the struggles of finding the venue was real. And first of all, one of the reasons why is because I kind of waited last minute. We were kind of going back and forth as to if we were going to have the baby shower at our home or if we wanted to find a venue. The venue search was really difficult because everything was just so expensive, or the venues just weren't up to par. A lot of the venues wanted you to kind of like decorate your own things and bring your own things, and that just really would have added up and it just was not convenient. But then we would have ran into the same issue if we did it at home. So just after doing a lot of research, my mom somehow came across the perfect venue. Just to give you guys a heads up, my mom told me that the secret was that she did not look up baby shower venues, she actually looked up wedding venues. So yes, I actually had my baby shower at a wedding venue, and it's called the Courtyard. And guys, it was the best experience I've ever had, and I'm going to give you guys a thorough review, because if you are in the 757 or Virginia Beach area or Hampton and you really want to have a beautiful wedding or baby shower, you have to get this venue, okay? So I'm going to tell you guys the inside scoop in a full review. Long story short, finding a venue was very stressful, and we found the venue somehow within that month. So it was a month right before the shower, and it just happened to be perfect timing. It was God's plan, and we were able to get the venue. So first of all, I really want to talk about the food. Food is so important when you're hosting an event. Trying to get food elsewhere or trying to cook your own food, it can get expensive, it's just so time consuming, it's stressful. And what I loved about this venue is that you were able to just show up and know that everything was going to be professional and perfect. So let's talk about the food. You have a wide variety of food choices, and I'm going to show you guys a picture here. Just going through the food choices just so that you guys can see. But what I got was mashed potatoes, green beans, beef like with onions, and it was so good. And then certain type of chicken that I can't think of at the top of my head, rolls, and just a house salad. So basically you get to choose what you want, and you can choose one, chicken product, one beef product, two sides, and then it comes with rolls and either a house salad or Caesar salad. But again, I'm going to link the menu just so that you guys have the option to see what they offer. But the food was amazing, okay? And it was just delicious. Another thing that I loved is that they had servers. So we did not have to lift a finger. It was kind of like a buffet style, except you bring your plate up and then they serve you. They also had servers just kind of roaming around the venue, just making sure that everything was okay, making sure that you didn't need any water or iced tea. Speaking of water and iced tea, you had the choice of two drinks, either lemonade or iced tea. And I don't remember if I got iced tea or sweet tea, but that was the option. And because everybody else likes sweet tea, even though I'm a lemonade fan, I went ahead and went with sweet tea just because majority rules. And I just wanted to make sure my guests were nice and happy. So the food, like, chef's kiss, okay? Perfect. So we did have to supply our own cake, but I'm going to get into that later on in the video, because I'm going to show you guys like ways to save and stuff like that. But we did bring our own cake. It was delicious. What I loved though about the cake was that they basically had something on the bottom of the cake to make it look very cute and bedazzly, and it just added just a nice little flair to the cake. Everything was perfect down to all of the final touches and the decorations. Guys, let's talk about the decorations for a second. So a few additions that I added were the queen or royal chair. So it was so cute. It was huge. It was white and gold because gold and pink was my theme. And it was just such a perfect touch because I was able to sit there whenever I wanted. And it was kind of like all eyes on me, you know, when I'm opening gifts or when we're taking pictures. It was just such a great staple piece. And I loved it, absolutely loved it. So the chair was definitely a hit, But guys, the moment I walked into the venue, it was breathtaking. I mean, it was gorgeous from the centerpieces down to the plates, down to the silverware. Like, it was just so elegant. And I loved personally that I got a chance to pick out what I wanted. So when you go and you view the venue, they give you the options of what you can have for your centerpieces, and they give you all of these choices for napkins. And the way that it all came together, I couldn't have asked for anything better. And guys, I just want you guys to understand, when you guys host your own events like this, it really adds up to have it look that elegant, to have the centerpieces, you know, to have the napkins, to have the plates. Literally, all of those decorations, decorating the venue and tearing down the venue, I did not have to lift a finger, and it was so convenient. So I definitely recommend the Royal Courtyard if you're just trying to like go for the convenience and go for something that's affordable yet elegant. This is the place. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was hospitality. Guys, the moment I walked in, we had a security guard, and the reason why we had a security guard mainly was because we had a cash bar. He went above and beyond. I wish I would have had his name, but basically, you know, when you're at a baby shower, you play games. He introduced himself to every guest, and he also introduced the game that we will be playing to every guest. So he just went above and beyond because he did not have to do this. But there's a game where you have clips, and if you say the word baby at the baby shower, then you have to give up your clip to someone else. Whoever has the most clips at the end of the night wins. Very simple. The moment that the guest walked in, he was like, hello, welcome to Alexandria's baby shower. I'm going to give you this pen. Here's what the pen is for and what it's about. It just added a really nice touch. It just made me feel like he really wanted to be there. It just made me feel like I just got great service. It just added a great touch to my shower. So I just had to give the kudos to him, and also the people that own the Royal Courtyard, they were also very involved in setting everything up. They were the ones that were the bartenders. They kind of did it themselves because it really wasn't a big event. It was only about 30 something people, but they made everything so special, and she just wanted to make sure I was happy all night, and she was amazing. Her name is Sharon, and I'm awful with names. I forgot her husband's name, but he was amazing as well. Everybody was so nice, and I I just can't say it enough. I recommend this venue. If you want something elegant, if you want to have a beautiful wedding, if you want to have a quinceañera, sweet 16, you know, anything like that, like this is the place for your event. So one thing that I wanted to add was the accessibility to the different rooms. So because my event was so small, I only had about 35 people there, maybe a little less, 30 to 40. I only needed like the main room, and there's 2 rooms that you can get. And I took a video of both when I was doing the tour, just because I was kind of being nosy. But there's a smaller venue, and then there's like a bigger room, and the bigger room is mainly for the wedding. And we also had access to one of the rooms when you first walk in. That room is basically for the bride to get ready, or the bridesmaid. But of course, because I was having a baby shower, there was really no need to assess that room. Of course, there's the bar area, and how we use the bar area was obviously for people to socialize, but then we also had the opportunity for people to do karaoke. My brother brought it, and really just because I had a DJ, there was really nobody doing karaoke, but it was that option if you wanted to, you know, go in there and party. And so we had access to that area, and we also had access to outside. And guys, it was gorgeous the day of my baby shower, but we did not utilize that space, which I highly recommend that you do if it's a beautiful day. But we just kind of stayed in the area, we just kind of talked, and we just kind of danced at the end of the night with the DJ. Overall, I could not ask for a better baby shower. Like, it's actually more than what I even dreamt of, because I was really okay with doing something that was just very small and, you know, just intimate. But this was small, intimate, but then it added that convenience component, and that just made it over the top. I want to talk to you guys about ways to save money. So the first way that I saved, balloon. I know it's so tempting, especially with like social media and seeing all the beautiful decorations, to go over the top and get like a balloon garland. Guys, I wanted one so bad, and as I did my research, I realized that it was at least $350 to $400 just for balloons that were going to be deflated 3 hours or 4 hours after, you know, using them. I just did not see the benefit in that. And although I wanted it so bad, that's one way that I definitely saved money. I definitely took my butt to the Dollar Tree, and I just got some balloons. It was just so cute. It was basically like a cluster of 12 balloons. So it was supposed to be 6 and 6 because I thought that I was going to put it on both sides of my chair, but it turns out that we just combined them together. It was 12 balloons and it just looked so cute next to the chair, and then the other side of the chair were my gifts. So I will show you guys that setup, but I definitely saved a ton of money. I mean, we're talking about $15 because you know the Dollar Tree went up to $1.25. They're ridiculous for that. We're not gonna talk about it because I still save money. But I got about 12 balloons, and that's, you know, $15 versus $3.50 for a garland. And just to be honest with you, like the backdrop and the whole aesthetic was so cute that I really didn't even need to get balloon garland or anything like that. Do not go crazy on buying balloons. Now, unless you are going to DIY it yourself, because I did look into DIYs and going on Amazon. However, I just knew, again, my main goal was convenience for this party, and that's exactly what we did. So it was no point in us trying to get 200 balloons, creating our own garland, being stressed out. And then again, guys, we were responsible for taking down those balloons, so that just would have been very time consuming, taxing, and it just was not worth it. So save your money on the balloons. So another way that I saved for my baby shower was not getting a photographer. It was so tempting. I did find a photographer that was fairly reasonable, $150, but when I thought about it, it just was extra unnecessary money, and I knew that I wanted to vlog a lot, and my little brother is really into photography. So what I did was I told him, hey, look, if you be my photographer, do the best you can, I'll give you a little something. And so because I have the Canon EOS M50, and honestly it takes beautiful pictures to me, I just didn't see the benefit in getting a photographer. And so that was one way that I was able to save money. My friends were so sweet, and they know that I love to vlog, and so when they saw me starting to vlog, they just kind of took over. They're like, enjoy your shower, here, we'll get fitted. But save your money, guys. If you guys have iPhones, you know, get everyone to take pictures and then share it with each other somehow, like either airdrop it or create like a file so everybody can upload it. I've heard of people doing that. Don't waste your money on an expensive photographer if you don't have to. Now, if you have the means and that's what you want to do, knock your socks off. But for me, I just wanted to find ways to save, and that's one way that I definitely saved. Another way that I saved, so I did have a DJ. Now this was very hard for me because I was going back and forth on whether I wanted to play my own music or a DJ. But again, what are we going for? Convenience. So when I just thought of the fact that I could have my own playlist and play it in the back, at the end of the day, people were recommending like Pandora and things of that sort, but I didn't like the fact that they have commercials. Like, I just didn't want to have to deal with that. And then also, yes, I have Apple Music and I could have played my own music, but I feel like I would have to gauge the vibe of the crowd and what they want to listen to, and like just because of the venue and the type of event it was, I wanted a DJ. There was a website in particular to where you can pay people to do certain things, so whether it's decorations, whether it's photography, whether it's DJing. And for me, when I looked it up for DJing, they wanted like $700 just for 4 hours. It's the biggest no I've ever seen in my life. Throw it in the trash. We're not doing that. Like, that is just a ridiculous amount. And just for 4 hours, like, there's no way. So what I did was I just kind of called around. My uncle, he's kind of into the rap industry, so we went with a DJ who was a family friend, and he gave me a very affordable price. It just made sense. It's like, okay, you have to compromise. Do you want a photographer or do you want a DJ? You know, do you want the balloons or do you want a DJ? And for me, I love to dance. I love the whole vibe of a DJ. So I was like, you know what? The DJ's in. You guys just have to make sure that you have a budget and do not overspend. But as for me, a DJ was kind of like something that I really felt was important to me, so I went with cheaper options. Okay guys, this is a big one. The cake. Guys, guess where I got it from? Walmart. And there is no shame in my game. Nobody would have known. It was beautiful, it was delicious, and I was super pleased, and I definitely saved money. So I saved so much money by going to Walmart that I was able to get 2 cakes. So there was one cake that I just loved because it had the booties and the girl, and it said it's a girl. And then, you know, we just had like the cake toppers on top. It's because of the theme of my party, of it being like rainbows, I saw a rainbow cupcake. It was like a cupcake cake, and I just fell in love with it, and I had to get it. My grandparents were gracious enough to gift me the cake, and so they covered the cake, and then because I was obsessed with the cupcakes, it was only about 20 bucks. You cannot beat that, guys. And I remember when I was looking around for somebody to do cakes, you know, I'm all about supporting small businesses. I was looking on Instagram and asking some of my friends if they had any recommendations, and they recommended me to someone who basically wants to charge $200 for a cake. Now, don't get me wrong, if you do great work, I'm all for it. And again, I want to support small businesses. And if it were like a wedding or something like that, it's definitely appropriate. But because of what I was going for, it just did not make sense to spend all of that money on that when I can just spend 50 bucks on a beautiful cake. So guys, do not go crazy on some of the small things. I know it's so tempting because you see social media or you see something that's so cute, but guys, there are cheaper options that are just as good, if not better. So another little trinket that I added was to have a welcome to Alexandria's baby shower sign. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I did, because if you haven't noticed, I kind of am a last minute person. What I did was I went on Etsy, I would say 2 days before the shower. They have digital files that you can download. So what I did was I downloaded the one that I liked. I went to Walmart and then I typed in foam board, and then I just made sure I chose the size that I wanted, and I made sure that the digital file matched the size that I wanted from Walmart. So I chose 20 by 30 because that was the biggest option. And it was only about $5 for the download on Etsy. So total, it was about $25. Some of y'all would say, Alex, why didn't you go to CVS or Walgreens? Well, they don't have foam board. They have poster board. So if you wanted to get like a poster and then you wanted to get a frame, that's perfectly fine. But for me, I just wanted to grab and go. And the foam board is actually thicker. Again, I'm here for convenience, and I really did not want to have to worry about getting the border. It was just a nice little touch, and it was a way to save money. I think on Amazon they wanted a little bit more than that, so even though it was last minute, I was able to save a little coin. The last way that I was able to save money was that my parents actually helped so much with the party favors. They kind of covered the cost. However, they saved money themselves by going to Temu. Temu is pretty much where they ship it internationally. I believe it's from China, so it's way cheaper. Now, the downfall to that is that the shipping time is a lot longer, but my mom planned ahead of time, so she ordered it maybe a week or two before. It got here just in time, and that was a way for her to save money. Another thing that we did was we gave everybody gift bags, and we made sure to get those things from the Dollar Tree. So they have cute little things like cute little notebooks or pencils or whatever have you. So another way to save money is to not have real flowers. This may be different for weddings because, you know, obviously that's more traditional. My mom basically got little, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like flowers to put around your wrist for the women, and then, you know, the thing to put right here for the guys. I'm not even gonna try to remember the name because pregnancy brain is real and I'm having a pregnancy brain moment. But anywho, we save money because instead of getting real flowers to do those things, we actually got it off Temu, and that was for basically people to know like, hey, these people are in our party and they're here to help. So if you guys have questions, if you guys need help with anything, basically that's the people that you go to for the games and things of that sort. But in all, guys, I have to say that I am so pleased with the Royal Courtyard. You guys have to check them out. If you guys want just convenience, if you guys want professionalism, and if you want just a great experience, you have to go there. If you're in the 757, you guys have to book your event here, okay? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time,